Patrick, come and look at this thing, please. What is this thing done? Yes. Yeah. In other words, he had to go up on the brink of the earth and take control over this race of people, this old nation, if he was going to take dominion over the earth. He had to do this. And the only way he could do this was these this contraptions. I'm sorry about this, okay? Yeah, okay. The only way he had to create an environment, a vehicle, and he had to supply it with bread and water to go upon the brink of the earth and use this as a vessel while he conquered God's people. That's what this man had to do. But yet, Jesus couldn't return back to earth until his mission was fulfilled. Now, sorry about this. Okay, I draw the chart behind me. You see the white horse, the red horse, the black horse, and the pale horse. These are symbols that treads upon the earth. Anytime you see something that didn't have wings, these are symbols God used to talk to us while we are up is upon the earth. Because I'm going to take you a little bit farther. Well, as Jesus went back to his Father in heaven, Satan began to roam this earth and began to ravish this earth. He told you what kind of weapon he would use. He started out with bow, an arrow, and he got him a great sword. And the pale horse is where he would go and try to kill everybody on the face of this earth to try to change by time. I'm telling you this. I'm going to try to break it down where I can show you what this man did. Because, they've been hitting me with some pains in my body some kind of way to make it look as if I am being stung from the inside and affecting every nervous system in my body. That's what they've been doing. But yet Jesus can't come back until the time appointed. But either I got to sit here and suffer in this pain and wait on Jesus to come, but yet still I got to fulfill my mission just the way Jesus did his. And John the Baptist, who would have returned back, he got to fulfill his mission too. Okay. We're going to go a little bit further from here. If you look behind me and you see the pale horse, the white horse, that white horse got a lantern, a candle sitting before him. That's as close I can bring it to you. He traveled by night. He had to have a candle. Anywhere he went, he had to travel by candle, and they had set up camps. Sleep was no non-stop. As he traveled by candlelight, you got to ask yourself, how much fuel oil did that candlelight burn during his conquest? They had to build large forts around them, of mud or lumber, and set out, and they had to move, put a fort, and move. It was no non-stop like that, stopping and that. But you see, he had to travel by candlelight, even during the time of Paul Revere. He ran and shouted, "The British are coming, the British are coming." They didn't have no common way of knowledge of building a weapon where they could go on and shoot miles ahead of them and destroy the enemy. They had no way. This was the voyage and the conquest of Alexander the Great. You look at it. Well, go a little bit further. The Red Horse. The Red Horse is when man had grew into technology and became a mighty powerhouse on the earth. This was the era of President Ronald Reagan. If you look at the part of the United States where the wheel was in the middle of the wheel, you could see all the lights, neon signs, and everything burning in the United States of America. And then you reflect back to the part where Alexander the Great. It's a vast difference in the behavior and the mindset of this man caused him to come backward from the iron wheel. At this time, everything was running on wheel covered by synthetic rubber on the outside of a metal wheel and the middle of the wheel. Now, you look at that and you ask yourself, all the lightings on the streets, amber lights on the streets, Lord, how much fuel do you think it took to burn all of those neon lights than to burn the candlelight in Alexander's days? You look, it's a vast difference. It's a vast difference. It created an addiction. Instead of one man sitting there waiting on camp, building a fortress around them, they lived by the radar, the satellites. All of these things takes the burning of fuel. This is where that white man, who called a Gentile, have created an empire. I look at the Mormons. There's a couple. He came to me, these young guys, and wanted to know what color was Jesus. I said, what color? Why you want to know that? I said, you must take first and serve God. But he left me with a little card of their cathedral or church. It had lights from the top to the bottom all over. Looked like it was a power station. He said it looked like it took a whole power station to run it. I said this, said that. You look at one image, and you look at the other image in later days, it take a power station to run these. And it would take a power station to run one building. All of these things is a mass consumption of oil. In order to maintain a substandard of living in one of these, and this is a church, you got to kill so many people, got to die, because this shows